obviously you have to have certain boundaries. If this is just stranger on the street, you're just having conversation, never ever gonna see each other again, then that doesn't matter what you say to each other.
Well, so do you go into your friendships going, I want this person to be my friend? Do you meet people and say, I want this person to be my friend?
It depends, right? If we had a conversation, it was really pleasant and I can see myself be friends with them, and yeah.
How do you determine a friend?
That's a really
Right, because you have friends,
yeah.
but then, so
I mean, there are your core friends should be just like a few where you can always
my core
go
friends
back.
are a few.
Yeah. And then your social friends and your friends of.
So you're building circles. You have your core, and then you have those, and then you have the ones that go.
Yeah.
But for you, so I'll give you an example. I say that you have friends that you made on your own, like big boy and big girl friends.
Mm-hmm.
But then as you get older, because your network is kind of sprawling, you have friends that you've made because of Mikael, right?
You.
Yeah, exactly. Who's the last friend you made that was just happenstance, pure coincidence, serendipitously?
Probably last week. I have a friend that's sliding to DMs, be like, "Hey, this may sound." She's a customer.
That's not a friend.
But like, then because she asked me out, she was happened to visiting. Disgusting. let's definitely edit that out.
No, that's staying.
Well, she is a customer, and I know her on social media, on Instagram. I've never met her in person, and
You went on a blind date. Yeah, you did.
I mean, maybe. But she was traveling, and she's going to move to San Diego, and she was in San Francisco for a few days. And she asked me, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And I have my dog, and would like to hang out with you and Hazel. And I said yes. And I consider now she's a friend because we met in real life. We had a conversations. Is she a close friend? No. But is she a friend? Yeah, I'll call her a friend now because we met in real life. We had a conversation.
So that's all it takes to be your friend?
It can be super transactional. Be like, hey, if I met this person and we had a conversation and we're friends, it has to be something it's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's more of a feeling than just, hey, I met this person.
You're saying I can see myself. Do you ask yourself, I can see myself coming to this person when I'm in need, or that's not something you ask yourself? Like what is, and this might be my paradigm and how I see things is, I generate my friends based on what I can do for them or what we can do together. I don't have a lot of just talking friends.
I actually have a just talking friends.
Really?
I have a friend. I consider her as, I would say it's weird because we know each other for over 10 years now. We've only met once.
Are you serious?
We've only met once, but our conversations ongoing throughout years. We've never lost in touch. And that whenever we talk, the conversation pick up.
Explain that to me.
I can't explain. We just have things to talk about, and we've never met again because she's in like another side of the planet, and we've always talked about, to me, we've never really found a time. But she said if I have a wedding, and wherever the wedding is, if it's Paris, if it's in China, she will come. That's kind of friends that we've only met once.
Can you explain like how you met? And
we met through a sort of a program in the Tsinghua University.
What university?
Tsinghua. I never graduated in Tsinghua, but it was a program there while I was
at school, when you were in school.
Yeah.
Back university.
Yeah, but the program was hosted in Tsinghua University. I wasn't in the program. I was just like hanging out.
Where did you? So did you go to school at Tsinghua University?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I wish.
Oh, it's a good school.
Yeah, it's a good school.
Okay.
It's like the number one school in China.
Oh, okay.
But she was in that program, and I was kind of hanging out. So we met in the program.
Yeah.
And then later on, somehow I think I added her on Facebook because we met.
Is that the first time you met? Is that the only time you've ever met?
Yeah, in Tsinghua. This is 10 years ago.
So this is back home.
Before I even ever came to America.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We met once, and we had a lot of conversations, just a lot of WhatsApp chatting.
Oh.
Yeah, we're still good friends until today.
If you were gonna give her a friendship rating, would you say she's one of your very good friends?
It's hard to say that
it's
because
even different, right?
It's very different because we're not real life friends because we don't. It's
Interact.
not like
Yeah.
We're more like internet friends who have met once.
But when you talk to her, what are your conversations? Are you telling her things going on in your life?
Real conversations. There's no like shallow conversations. It's like things going on in my life. And
so do you think you need that physical presence then? For like because it seems
it would be good, but we've never had it. But we still have a relationship until today, and it's okay with me.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years. It's always I've known her like this. So it would be good if we're real life friends.
Do you think it would be? Like, there are some people who, and I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but I'm just wondering, right? It's very interesting that you have such a beautiful relationship and it's all based in online. But then it could be, I find it so interesting because it's a different style of friendship than I'm used to. If you ask me about my friends, I can tell you stories of things that we've done together. So as you can see, for me, I'm predicated off of we have to spend time together. And then based on the time we spent together, you know, maybe you open up to me while we're hiking or cycling or things like that. So for me, you really have to spend time with me to get that mark as a friend. But it's amazing to me that for you, what matters to you is kind of, if we're talking about love languages, it kind of seems like maybe words of affirmation, but in a different way. Or quality time, because she is still spending time with you, but it's just not
quality time. But also for me, I like the consistencies.
She's just a consistent friend.
Yeah. I like people. That's another thing why I ended up liking Mikhail.
Yeah, you said that he's consistent.
He's consistent.
He's disciplined.
Even though at the beginning, like there was not a lot of thing between us going on, and
he's not the romantic type, but he's there.
Yeah, and he was friends whenever I need help as like friend. He was always there.
Yeah.
And he knows that I'm not interested in a relationship right now, but he still show up. I like
he's a
that.
good man.
I feel like a lot of dudes is like, oh, you're not interested, I'm gonna bounce. I didn't like that. I'm like, that's so immature. If I can be friends with this person, how can I trust this person for the rest of my life? So I really like that about him. He sticked around even though he know there's no chance.
There's no pussy at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's what you like about your friend as well. That she's always consistently there.
Yeah. And I know when she said wherever, if I have a wedding, she will come, and I know she mean it. She will show up.
Do you think it would be weird to speak to her face to face again?
I think it will be interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I haven't seen her for 10 years. Although she hasn't changed a bit. She's still look exactly the same.
Because you follow her life on social media, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she doesn't post much, but she's the type of Asian person never age. Yeah.
That's
so I think it will be interesting to see her again in real life. It will be very different, but I can only think of good things. I can't think of anything bad. Yeah.
And I think that's the interesting thing is when you are internet friends, and I don't like that term, but I guess that's what you guys are, the chance of ruffling feathers, I think, is a lot less. Because I'll tell you right now, you go on a trip with a really good friend, you might spend 72 hours with them. I guarantee you at least 1 hour you're gonna be like, I'm gonna choke the shit out of this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it's interesting that maybe in a way the distance has kept you.
Yeah, could it be? That could be a reason, because a lot of things we've talked about it. If we're real life friends, we know each other, maybe we would have never had that conversation.
Yeah.
And because the fact we're so far and then our life is not impacted with each other, it doesn't matter what I tell her.
So
I'm more real.
It's right, because the stakes are low.
Yeah.
She'll never be able to affect your life.
Yeah. She's not gonna tell shit about like
my
my other friends.
Shit, yeah, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So you can honestly, she's more of a confidant, right? She's like that ace you have in the hole when things really hit the wall and you need a perspective that isn't influenced by other people.
Yeah.
You can go to her.
Yeah. I can say if I have a really big fight with my parents or with Mikhail, I'm like really sad, crying, I can call her, I can text her.
Yeah. That's nice. I think everyone should have one of those, right?
Yeah.
What's your name? We should name that kind of friend.
I don't know.
Your internet friend. Everyone should have an internet friend.
Your therapist friend.
Your therapist friend. I
could tell her anything. It doesn't really affect my life. It's sort of like my therapist. I could tell her anything. It doesn't really affect my life.
But the key is, they give you good feedback.